I'll let you in on a little project that we've been working on, and kind of explain a backstory with that, because it was a huge thing to have to come to a realization, and we kind of wondered if, okay, that would be why someone quit building on this site, because they ran into what we ran into, unbeknownst to us. So we think maybe this is why all construction halted on this property prior to us purchasing it, 20 years ago or whatever. Clearly somebody had dreams. I mean, there's a well, there was this tiny house one, a humongous foundation. And so we decided to run our own perc test, and we drilled the holes like we're supposed to. And just so happened that we got a rain the next day, and the holes were filled with water, mainly because of, rain and runoff. A week later, they're still full, which means we failed our perc. So I was excited, honestly, because this is what I wanted in Ohio at my other homestead. And what's crazy is the one in Ohio, I had stamped engineer drawings for gray water reuse, composting toilets, the straw bale house. It was all submitted with the mortgage, because that was before we were debt free, before I was debt free. And no one batted an eye, not the bank, nothing. And it was a local bank, so it wasn't even like it was an internet bank where, but that was whatever. Closed and everything. Went to go pull my permits. And yeah, composting toilets are illegal in the state of Ohio unless you have a septic system. Cisterns are illegal in the state of Ohio unless you have a well. Gray water runoff or reuse, even if it's an engineered plan from California, are illegal in Ohio. So guess who was short on the mortgage for a lot of things. But yeah, so leading into that, we have to go the way of composting toilets. So that's what I'm going to start working on today. and we've been working on it. I've already gathered all my supplies, and we built our composting bin, our first one, because we're going to have multiple composting bins. And you know, those that are in the homesteading rules or land of homesteading obviously know Doug and Stacy, and so we kind of went off their design, and it's great because I also utilize it for my kitchen scraps. And the first time we dumped with it, I mean, dumping, yeah, totally sucks, but covered it all up. Because we had dug it out, we'd, you know, filled it with the carbon, and then, you know, all your nitrate, everything the way you're supposed to. And as soon as we covered it up with the wood chips and the leaves, no smell, zero. So we're like, score! And I'm super excited because I've wanted to go the route of the composting toilets anyway for a long time. Don't ask me why. Maybe I was a pioneer in my previous life. Who knows? So yeah, that's the big secret we've been holding on to, and could be why the people that started this homestead 20 years ago walked away. The amount of clay we have here, which I am going to take up pottery again once we get the barn up and everything, because I can harvest literal orange clay 3 inches under the soil. Beautiful clay. I can even mold it, work with it, everything. So it makes sense. Septic system, I'm sure we can get it because other places we see our neighbors that have them, but I don't want to pay $20,000 to $30,000 for a septic system. So I guess you could say that short of electric, we're off grid. We will be off grid. And the crazy thing is, we could go without electric because we have generators. We wanted to do solar. So yeah, short of electric, we're off grid completely, including gives a new meaning to So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera, and I'm going to start building the shit. Oh, composting toilet. Sorry for those ears, but it's, you know, whatever. Bye. All right, so I went down to the shed because I still need to be available if the guys need me. So I just realized, do it right. We will be using it to do it right. So anyway, we've got a lot of 5-gallon buckets, but we got stuff stored in them right now. So did buy a new bucket and these kind of lids because these are a little easier to take on and off. Who wants to be fighting with a 5-gallon bucket lid that's full of poo and sawdust? And then of course I brought up the screws. I picked up a toilet bowl, a round one, because you can't have an elongated one. Bless you, Jake. And even though we have tons of wood around here, I did go ahead and buy, and actually I purchased that piece of plywood because I wanted to be able to stain it for Tiny House 1. But then I found another pre-cut piece, the same price, that's going to allow me to have the composting toilet and a reservoir for storage that I'll be doing in Tiny House 2. So Jacob is inheriting the piece of plywood. So I need to get my measurements for the height of the bucket. I'll be cutting things out. I got to build the frame and see how far I can get with that. So what would it be if it didn't have something like this going on? I'm super excited though. Okay. All right, so I've been trying to work on the composting toilet while the guys are working on the inside. So got all my pieces cut out. How's the paneling, babe? I know. We're never going to buy it again. I won't let
you blur it out, but imagine what fingers standing up.
Well, it'll be fine. Because I think eventually, once we get the sawmill running, it'll be replaced anyway. So I got all my pieces cut according to my calculations, and I cut out the hole. I kind of had to do a sit test. So knowing the dimensions that I had, I kind of would put the seat on and sit, and then put the seat on and sit and wriggle around and make sure that, you know, comfort is a thing. So I think I've got it exactly where it should be comfortable. I don't know. So I'm gonna put this frame together and see how it goes. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making it work. See ya. Okay, so I think I have everything gathered up, but then I'm gonna need to work on the composting toilet and get it finished up. So upon further inspection of the commode, it's very squatty. So you wouldn't need a squatty potty, which it's fine for me. I'm not all that tall. Jason and Jake, you know, is 6 foot, they'd be really squatting. So I think I'm gonna take apart the 13 and 5/8 sides, elevate the platform up because I have to have the bucket at rim height. So I'm gonna go ahead and make new legs, brace in the bottom, and lay another sheet of plywood down in there to kind of hold the weight of the bucket, and raise the toilet an additional 3 inches because it's really squatty and we want to age in place. So, which means at 70 years old, am I going to want to, or be able to, squat down onto a little commode? So the throne's getting a makeover already before it's even done. And then the other thing is what I was going to wrap it with, you know, to finish it out. And I remembered that when we were moving Jacob down, that he had a king-size bed, and he had one of those beds that had the wooden slats on it, and he was going to throw them out. And I'm like, hold on a minute. I bet I can use those for something. So I went and I got one set of them, and they're going to be great. So I'm not even going to bother like taking the staples out. I'm just going to cut that off. It's too much work, and I don't have that kind of business nonsense to do that. But this is just one stack of them. I actually have 2 stacks. So I should have more than enough to wrap our throne in. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this and take this apart and raise it up. So come along. That's done. I'm not gonna throw these away because I may be able to use them for something. I will find something because I don't want to waste a perfectly good 2x4. Okay. So, in theory, if these are 13 and 5/8, then I should be able to just add 3 inches, which is the height of my base. There's one, and I'll bring the 2. So, if you can see this, these are the best things ever. I found these a couple years ago, and I love it. I put it on my shirt or jacket or whatever it is I'm wearing. Yeah, because I'm always losing things. So I got one for each of my kids a couple years ago for Christmas. I don't know, but they're kind of hard to find, but I've always found them at Home Depot. So just FYI. Alright, so I'm ready to start. Okay. I must be doing a tornado warning or something. So, alright, so 13 and 5/8 was my original. So 13, 14, 15, 16 and 5/8 should be my new number, so that the guys don't have a squatty potty. Because once I get this done, that's why I'm writing everything down. Oh, must be my dishwasher. So that I can easily recreate these, because in theory, I can put these anywhere on the property and I won't piss my pants. So when we get the trail system built, I can put a squatty potty commode anywhere along a trail system, down by the creek. Wait, I didn't really think that through. How often would it get used and how often would they get dumped? Might have to rethink that. But the point being is I'm writing everything down so that I can recreate this design if it works. So. He's on the phone with baby boy number 2.
And, so
say hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach. Oh,
if they
they
pick
were
it up.
talking to me.
But if you know, anytime we run to Menards or whatever, it's a good ways away.
It's a whole day trip.
Yeah.
So the one it was.
I know. Oh, gotcha.
The fucking outlets are and everything.
But I gotta find my hole saw. I need to
Jake, come here and hold this.
Put it up. That.
I raised your potty so that you weren't on a squatty potty.
Surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of our thought.
And I know, like, we gotta trim over it because, like, the panel just sucks.
We'll never do it again. And you know, if we don't like it all the way, then when we get the sawmill running, we'll just mill up wood for it, you know. That's, yeah, tiny house 2.
It's literally a bedroom.
Yeah, I asked Jenna, because she's trying to tell me all her plans. Wanting to move down south, and she gives me all this whole justification for everything, and then I just simply asked her, should I plan a second, or should I start planning another tiny house? And all the reply I got back was yes. So I'd need a whole compound if I can get you guys down here.
Well, by the time we're done with it, it is going to be a compound.
Right? Lift this corner up.
You want, like, multiple cottages and stuff throughout
up a
the
little
property.
More. Well, I just mainly want Walden, which will be our cabin by the creek. And then I want Nana's cottage.
It goes back quite a ways.
And that's why I need the side-by-side, because we got to clear the trail system for the side-by-side.
We got to make a trail system for the side-by-side.
Well, that's my point. But look at the cute little porch.
Well,
and we're still using the lumber that we got from the decks up north.
I'm going to try to video call here.
If I only had a hammer.
Hey, don't go yet. Shit right now.
Okay.
But it's just a 8x16
Bedroom, basically.
bedroom, basically.
It's a mini cottage.
But my tiny house. It's just like an 8x16.
Battery.
Oh, that'll be fun, yeah. By that time, it should be. Me too.
That's at least here another 23.
Oh, lovely.
You might want to.
Run that across. It wouldn't, your bucket wouldn't move. So, I mean, that's a plus.
I think we probably got off in Springfield.
Because,
Which,
I mean, if I take 64, I mean, I'd be. He's stationed at Michelin in North Carolina. So it's whenever you gotta have the shaft, like, you gotta have it sit like, I don't know, like 180 millimeters, center line to center line. I mean, that's not actually it. That's the measurement you gotta have. That you can only have, like, the project has to be, you know, X amount of millimeters away from the end of the face of it, so on and so forth. Like, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous, but.
that sounds like.
What do you think my chances are that one last piece is going to fit? Oh! Wow.
Nice.
That's some luck there. If you'll go get them for me, Jake, I'll need...
Okay, so
Goodness, I got warm today.
Feels amazing. What do you think, babe?
I'll try not to. It's hurting my brain. Mighty fine crapper.
I just should have faced them
Oh, here, scoot it back.
this way. You know what? We can fix this, Jake. No, I can't fix it.
Scoot it
I
back.
was, huh?
So scoot it back. Watch out.
Oh, you're gonna try it out?
Oh, it's my shitter. Might as well try it out.
I mean, it's like a lot taller than your squatty potty. What do you think?
He'll do the job, I guess.
Are you gonna leave it on your front porch, or are you gonna put it off to the side or in the house?
Yet. I don't know.
All right, so trial number 1 of composting toilet complete, and it works. Well, I mean, we don't know if it works for sure, but it fits, I guess. So, all right. I'm not sure what I'm gonna work on next. Maybe lunch, and then the chicken coop. So, 'cause chickens are coming in 3 days, and I haven't even started the chicken coop yet. See ya.